Formula 1 turns to France now for round number 5. The second round of the full European season. And the main news is that Williams, Renault and Carlsberg BMW have exploited some downforce regulations, which means that they get to travel with lighter chassis. The rest of the teams have appealed, although it looks like that Renault, Williams and Carlsberg BMW are going to get away with this, and that the other teams are looking to exploit the regulation as well, except for, we understand, Mercedes, who said they are unsure if they can exploit the regulation due to the problems with their upgrades developments. This means that Williams are closer to already first place, and Renault have also bought some extra upgrades as well for their chassis. Renault, of course, have been struggling to obtain points recently, but hopefully this from the French Grand Prix, they hope that they can start to score what will be a regular points scoring streak. Carlsberg BMW, they hope they can now get both drivers in the points after only Hampson scoring for previously, with Magnussen failing to score so far, although Magnussen may be facing a little bit of trouble if he does not improve his performance. Now it's time to have a look at the grid for today's French Grand Prix. And Peter Hampson took pole. Yes, hit the first of his career in Final Fantasy Formula 1. Rosberg lines up P2. Gasly is third, and Magnussen is best qualifying so far in P4. Sergio Perez is P6, but the first of the non-cheating, downforce upgrading car, Charles Leclerc starts 5th, only 2/10 behind the Williams as well. Vettel starts 7th, annoying not to be at 10. His teammate Lewis Hamilton is in P8 for Ferrari. Valtteri Bottas starts 9th for Mercedes, and Nico Hülkenberg very disappointed with only P10, although he'll look to come through the race with that lighter chassis. So the top 10, we've got Max Verstappen, P11, once again disappointed with the performance. Daniel Ricciardo is in 12th position. Van Dorn lines up 13th. Russell, good job for him, in the 14th position for Force 1. Ocon lines up 15th. Sainz has a penalty, which means he starts down in 16th. He did qualify up in P12. Giovinazzi is 17th for Alfa Romeo, so we look to get to the back markers now. Wehrlein gets ahead though of Raikkonen at 18th. Raikkonen is 19th, and Kvyat starts in 20th for today's French Grand Prix. So hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of Final Fantasy F1. Today we're going to be doing episode number 5 for the French Grand Prix. I mentioned a couple of days ago in the F1 when they revealed bits of the F1 about Senna against Prost. I said I had concern that I can complete this series. The concern is less, I just got to get the editing done. But anyway, I have recorded up to episode 9, so you'll also be seeing quite a lot of this coming out, but I would have preferred to space it out. But nevertheless, here we are in France. Down to the grid we go.
Okay, remember to protect the inside on the run down to turn 1. Make yourself as wide as possible, robust but fair.
Now, those of you who are regular subscribers to my channel will know that when I get pole, I tend not to win the race. I've only ever done that once in France, in China, in F1 mod earlier this year. But that has never happened. There's 5 red lights to go away, and Rosberg's already in the lead. Gasly's going to go up to P2 and we've been mugged off. We've been mugged off, of course. Gasly's going to go... we're down to 4th place already. It's been an absolutely ferocious start. Down to turn 1. We're into turn 1 in P4 after starting first. Looking behind us, we've got 3 wide. Vettel's going to get pinched by teammate Bottas and the Ferrari. I can't see which one it is. I think Vettel survives that as Perez now is going to go past. Back into P3. In a moment overtaking me off camera, but now we are back down to P4. Magnussen's now going to have a go. This is the most we've seen of our teammate all season, so let's see what K-Mag can do against us now, going on to lap 2. It's got the slipstream, no DRS yet, but can we get under braking back down into turn 1? There's a side by side with the teammate, careful not to make contact, and we have to force him out back into the path of Mercedes of Rotter. And now unfortunately Hulkenberg got in front of Magnussen, and Hulkenberg's going to go down the inside of us now, and that's Hulkenberg in front of us now as we're coming in the pits to make our first stop at the end of lap 5. So Hulkenberg now.
Box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance.
So 2 Williams, it's 2 Williams, 2 Renaults. Vettel has got in front of Magnussen, so Vettel is the first of the non-upgrading teams. As we come into the pits, Williams out in plenty of time, as are the Renault. I think we're going to end up actually last behind the Toro Rosso. The Toro Rosso, of course, the slowest cars, and I think Gasly, yes, so that'll be quite a way behind the Toro Rosso, so we'll try and push the gap on Gasly and see if we can get in front of him. We've got Verline now, unfortunately, in front of us now. Is he going to come in? No, he's not coming in. Okay, we're going to get him. There's a couple more cars on the pitch. We're going to move to the left-hand side as Hulkenberg gets past Raikkonen now. Move up into P13, the 2 Mercedes now, ahead of the 2 Ferraris. So we're going to try and side path the Alfa Romeo of Kimi Raikkonen, and we go down the inside and make the position stick back up into P12. Now we're catching up to Hulkenberg. Gasly got the jump on him. No, Gasly was ahead of Hulkenberg, excuse me. Just going to have DRS there. Moving to lap 9 now, we've got Hulkenberg now. Who is he? I think it's another Alfa Romeo. I think that's Giovinazzi, our former teammate from our days at Alfa Romeo is. We're going to... Hopefully Giovinazzi gives us some room. He squeezes off track. Should try to go down the... We're going to go around the outside now. Can we make this through stick? Yes, we can. Superior downforce, superior car. Alfa Romeo not there yet. That's up us into P11. As we now have Hulkenberg has actually got in front of Max Verstappen, so I think Max Verstappen actually started on the tyre he's on now. There's a yellow flag, and that's Esteban Ocon round the wrong way. Ocon was running well. I mean, I think he was up in P4. Are we going to see a Renault, a flying Renault car past? Yes, we are. He gets stuck on the thing. Round he goes. He should have potentially yielded there, but nevertheless, we'll have to soldier on now in last place. And we've caught up to Verstappen now. I think he definitely started on those super softs, because otherwise he wouldn't be this slow. We move up into what is P9 now. Moving later on to lap 10. This is George Russell. He's running very well in P4, although he's yet to stop, of course. But unfortunately for Russell, he is out of the race again. I think the Force Ones aren't very reliable. They retired a couple of times, as well as the Alfa Romeos, but he is out. So that moves us up to P8 as Hulkenberg and Sainz are going side by side up ahead. That is something that I don't really want to see. Here's the lovely aerial view here of Hulkenberg made to follow Sainz. Although I'm sure he's going to get DRS here. He's not. He's going to do it before the DRS zone, and he goes past. We actually now closing to Sainz. Now moving to lap 12. We're going to see if we can get a manoeuvre on the Spaniard down into this our new favourite overtaking zone around here. We do, but Hulkenberg meanwhile has got past Van Dorn. So every time we make an overtake, Hulkenberg likes to make an overtake as well. He went to the outside of Van Dorn and then he turned to the inside, which cost him the possession move. Van Dorn tried the switchback move, but he didn't really position. And Van Dorn, I think, also started on those super softs as well, like his teammate Verstappen, but Verstappen not doing as well as Van Dorn. And that is Van Dorn up into down a position. Meanwhile, Sergio, you might notice that Rosberg led the opening positions. That has changed. Sergio Perez now leads. So Rosberg came back to win a World Championship, and now unfortunately is all going down the drain. Of course, Williams have yet to announce their. Perez comes in to make his final stop. Onto set of soft tyres, so that's Perez down to third, which means Rosberg takes the lead, but I'm sure he'll then go behind Perez. So Perez, if he keeps on winning, he'll end up with a because he won in Canada, remember? If you remember back to that episode. So as we get virtual safety car. Not sure who's out. I think is somebody out. Yes. Let's have a look at Ocon. He's following. I think that's Giovinazzi in the Alfa Romeo car. Who's smoking that Ferrari engine, smoking away. Let's see if we can see his name. Yeah. Yes, it's Giovinazzi. It wouldn't be right in this car. So just fill it up with vodka. Or any other alcoholic drinks that can't. So while under the yellow flags, we're going to come in, and we've got that slow down very close to the limit, but we actually got it breakdown in charge. We're going to slow the Renault up of Gasly, but not by much. He's on for a podium.
Go now.
So we make our final stop onto a set of super softs. Vettel is in as well.
Pit strategy complete.
So Ferrari's going to come through, but we're so far ahead. In P6, I presume our teammate has gone through as well, because Vettel came in, but because we came in, yes, our teammate has gone through, and I think Hulkenberg leads the race from the two Williams. Move to that later on to lap 18 now. Teammate has come in and has dropped, unfortunately, down the order. We've got the two McLaren in the 6th and 7th as we set the fastest lap of the race. All of a sudden, on Ultra Softs we can catch the Renaults. We were slow, but now, all of a sudden, we are now catching Hulkenberg on these super soft tyres, and we're both catching Pierre Gasly, who's in Q3. So our fight for podium is not over yet. We're going to DRS on Hulkenberg. Yes, we are, but fortunately they need a third DRS on the bit afterwards. But we're going to have a look down the inside. Yes, we are. But Hulkenberg, unfortunately, keeps the position, keeps P4, and takes us to the onto lap 21. We finally get enough speed to overtake Hulkenberg down into turn 1. Or do we? Or are we going to confirm this? Yes, bang wheels. We force Hulkenberg off, and that's up back into P4's. Kevin Magnussen sets the new fast lap of the Grand Prix. Let's have a look at a replay or overtake on Hulkenberg in that very beautiful Renault car. And Hulkenberg though isn't going to give up. He's going to have DRS back on us on the long straight, and he's going to go back in front. But we're going to force ourselves now to a different change of tack to the outside. And we're going to force Hulkenberg off and retain P4. That is the tactic we are going to keep for the rest of the race as we follow Carlos Sainz, who's got a puncture, which of course brought out virtual safety car, which of course then ended soon after. Hulkenberg then dropped off after the virtual safety car. He couldn't keep with us, so and he was eventually about 1.5 seconds off, which lost him to DRS. Magnussen there, you can see there, a very good P4 for us, not bad at all.
All right, race over.
Considering the fact that we were earlier down in P5, so I'm not sure what it was with the ultra soft tyres, but the super softs definitely worked for us. P4. Perez came from P5 in the end to win the Grand Prix, so that's his second win of the season. We'll have to see how he will shoot up in the standings. Rosberg is second. Gasly comes out in third to make the French fans all happy. Ourselves in fourth, Hulkenberg fifth, and Magnussen sixth. Vettel 7th, Van Dorn comes in 8th on the one stop, Hamilton could only manage 9th, and Ricciardo is in 10th. Outside the top 10, we've got Max Verstappen in 11th. Bottas could only manage P12 on a 2 stop, so no points for Bottas. Sainz in 13th after that puncture, Ocon 14th, Leclerc struggling to P15, Verline 16th, Raikkonen 17th, Kvyat 18th, Giovinazzi not finishing, and also Russell not finishing. So moving to the Drivers' Championship, Leclerc scored no points. He remains on 83 points. Perez closes the gap to just 7 points between him and Perez. Bottas remains P3. Vettel closes the gap to P4. Hamilton P5, Ricciardo P6, Rosberg P7, Vettel P8, but the big news down the bottom, Gasly, myself, Hulkenberg, all getting significant points. Ferrari are now retain their lead over Mercedes. Williams make huge jumps, but remain in third. McLaren are fourth. Red Bull are fifth, but being caught by ourselves and Renault, with Force 1, Alfa Romeo and Toro Rosso yet to score a single point. Hopefully that can change. So yes, that's going to be it for today's episode of Final Fantasy F1. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe channel, you see more episodes like this. We're only on round number 5. We've got another 11 rounds to get out before the game comes out on the 25th of April. But until the next episode, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.